Hey, Mark, a huge truck suddenly swerved off the road and ran into the sidewalk, hitting Jenny with a loud crash.
What did you just say?
It looks like she was severely injured and taken to the nearest hospital. I'm on my way there in a cab right now. So can you please come right away?
No, I can't do that.
Huh? What are you talking about? Why can't you?
I've got some important stuff to do. I can't just drop everything and go.
Aren't you worried about your daughter at all? She's in a life-threatening situation right now.
She's a high school kid. I'm sure she'll recover soon. You worry too much about everything.
Do you get what I just said? She's in critical condition from the accident. She might not make it.
Doctors are evil, you know? They tend to exaggerate the severity of the injuries to extort money for expensive medical treatment.
I don't care about that right now. Just come quick. She needs you.
I told you, I can't. My mom's having a big birthday party this weekend. I'm skipping work to go buy her a nice present.
Huh? Is that more important than your daughter's life?
What do you mean by more important? It's her 75th birthday, so of course it is.
So what? Your own daughter is in danger. You shouldn't have to pick which is more important. It's obvious.
Mom's birthday party is more important. It only comes once a year.
I can't believe you. Jenny is facing the biggest predicament of her life right now. She might not see another birthday.
She's my daughter, so she'll be fine. You always tend to exaggerate.
She had a broken bone. That was serious.
Bones heal eventually, and this time too. She'll be fine. Don't make too much fuss. You will embarrass yourself.
What's wrong with worrying about your own child?
Anyway, what do you think I should get for Mom? I gave her a bag last year. Maybe jewelry this year?
I don't know. I can't even think about it now. I'm too worried for Jenny.
You have some preparation to do too, like cooking and decorating. You should start the preparation when you're done visiting Jenny. She'll be safe at the hospital, right?
It's fine to take care of your mom, but she's not the priority now. I didn't think you were the kind of person who doesn't even get that.
Really? Because every year, when I celebrate her birthday, she is always so pleased and gives me $3,000 cash if I don't put all the effort into it. She might give me less this year, and I wouldn't want that.
What? That's new to me.
Really? Did I not tell you? She always gave it to us on our way home. Told us to treat ourselves to something good.
You kept it all to yourself, huh? Well, I don't even care at this point.
I will at least treat you to a steakhouse this year.
I don't even know if we can do that. Don't be so blasé.
My prediction is Jenny will be discharged tomorrow.
You're being too irresponsible.
I tend to know. It's one of those gut feelings, you know? I guess I'm more equipped with it than normal people.
I'm at the hospital now. I will wait for you, so hurry up. I feel anxious being alone.
I can't. I have to go to work after buying a present.
If you can't afford to skip work, you can come.
Don't interrupt a man's work.
Ugh, I don't care about you anymore. Where are you right now? Your mother hasn't shown up to the funeral home either. The funeral is about to start in a few minutes.
I've already burned incense for Jenny at home.
The priest hasn't even arrived yet. He's supposed to lead the ceremony.
You take care of the rest. I can't do this.
I know you don't want to accept reality. It's hard for me too. But we have to give her a proper send-off. She deserves it.
That's not what I meant. We're having Mom's birthday party as we planned.
What are you talking about?
Mom's a little grumpy because you're not here, so we're going to have to order sushi from a delivery service. But she will probably be happy because I went all out and made it extra special. I bought her a necklace with a pendant that has her name on it.
You're kidding, right? This is our last chance to say goodbye to Jenny. You won't be able to see her face anymore, you know that.
I've always wondered, what's the point of having a funeral? Just burn it down and get it over with. It's not like she's going to come back.
Why do you say such cruel things?
She's not here anymore. How much does a funeral even cost? Don't you think it's a waste of money? We could use that money for something else.
Oh, of course not. How can you be so heartless?
I don't care what you think. Mom is still alive, and her birthday party is much more important now. She's the only family I have left.
Do you realize that you're only kidding? I don't want to believe those are the actual words of Jenny's father.
I'm sad too, you know? But she won't come back even if you cry. Then why don't we take care of the person who's alive by our side right now? Why don't we make her happy?
That's not the point. I have to mourn for Jenny properly, and we have to put things to rest.
I'll be fine. I've already had closure. I've said goodbye to her in my own way.
Jenny won't be sad to know that her father and her grandmother are not here.
A dead person has no feelings. She won't know anything.
I'm sure everyone who is here at the funeral will think it's strange.
Don't tell them I'm at the birthday party. I do know it's inappropriate, but I don't care what they think.
Then come back immediately. There are a lot of relatives here. Of course they're going to ask a lot of questions when you two aren't here.
Don't ever tell anyone. If your relatives start to ignore me, it's your fault.
Then what should I tell them?
I'm in bed, in shock. Yeah, that will do. It sounds more like it. And I don't have to feel guilty.
If you're afraid of feeling guilty, forget the birthday party and come to the funeral.
Funerals are for squeamish people. I can't stand it. I'd rather eat cake with my mom.
Is your mom really not coming to you? Jenny is her only grandchild.
I asked her to, but she wanted the party as we planned. She said she didn't want to see Jenny's body. She said it would make her depressed.
You guys are really something.
Oh yeah, thanks.
It's not a compliment. I despise you both, and I don't even know what to say.
Come drop by when the funeral is over. I will leave you some sushi. It's from the best place in town.
I don't want it, and I'm not coming.
Well, I'll eat it all then. I'm drinking today, so I'm staying at Mom's tonight.
I hope you won't regret what you're doing.
I won't. I've already moved on, and you should too. Where did you go? Why aren't you home on Sunday? This is the day we usually spend together as a family.
Why do you care? What do you want from me?
Where are Jenny's remains? Did you set up the altar? I thought I'd at least offer incense to her spirit.
You don't have to do that. Well, more exactly, you don't have the right to do that.
I don't even see her photo. Where are those photos you had in the living room? Hey, your stuff is gone too.
It's because I left the house.
Why would you leave without telling me?
You should know why. There are plenty of hints. You should be able to figure it out.
Oh, you mean the funeral? The one you made such a fuss about.
What else is there?
It went well, right? The funeral. You did everything you wanted to do?
That's not the point. The point is that you weren't there. You abandoned me and Jenny.
Is it such a big deal that you have to leave? Is it worth throwing away our marriage?
I wanted to send off Jenny in peace. I struggled to accept the reality, but I wanted to send her off properly for her sake. But you ruined it.
What did I do? I just wasn't there because I had other things to do.
The ignition switch at the crematorium. Did you know that the family has to push the light switch at the crematorium? Did you know that it's the final farewell to the deceased?
I remember when my dad died, my mom had to do it.
I couldn't do it. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone said if only Jenny's father was here at a time like this. And I told myself, then this was my last duty as a parent. I'm her only parent, so I had to do it. I had to push the switch that would burn her body.
Hey, I'm a parent too. I'm her father.
Please don't ever call yourself Jenny's parent and erase all of your memory of having a daughter.
What the hell is that? How can you say that to me?
I don't want to disgrace Jenny. I don't want her to be associated with you.
How dare you? She wouldn't have been born without me. I gave her life.
Why are you so high on yourself? You only played a part in having a child. Don't act like a father when you can't even offer a proper send-off. And don't act like you cared about her.
Shut up.
Your mom, too. I still can't believe she chose to have her own birthday party over her grandchild's funeral.
Mom wanted a male grandchild. That's why she wasn't fond of Jenny. She said girls are too much trouble.
I know, but that doesn't mean she should reject her very last moment with Jenny. I can't deal with you guys anymore. You two should just get on with your lives.
Hey, that's too much. You can't say that to us.
I can't find a word to describe you. I know I called you trash, but that would be disrespectful to trash.
You?
It's weird. I don't feel so angry at you. It's not even the feeling of disgust or renouncement. I'd say it's more like numb. I don't feel a thing. It's like having feelings for you guys is simply a waste of time.
I don't like that. You should be more pissed off. I'd rather you be mad at me and say something like I suck at being a dad for not going to the funeral.
I'm glad you didn't come to the funeral, because you're not a parent anymore. So your statement won't apply to you. You're nothing to me and Jenny.
Where the hell are you now? Your parents are no longer alive. I know you don't have a place to go.
Yesterday, after the funeral, someone asked me. He asked me what I was going to do now. I told him that I want to leave my husband and keep my memories of Jenny to myself. Then this person called out to everyone. Thanks to all of their help, I was able to move out of the house.
It's impossible to move out within just one day. There's no way you can rent a house right away.
This gentleman owns an apartment and he let me rent the room. He said he had a vacant room and he offered it to me.
Who's this guy?
He's the president of your company.
What? What are you talking about?
He was very surprised. He was quizzed about why you weren't there at the funeral, despite the fact that you're Jenny's father.
What were you thinking? You should have called me right away if the president was there.
It's not like I was at the receptionist desk checking in on everyone who came. How am I supposed to know who's attending? I didn't even know how your president looked. I wasn't even aware of him until he came to talk to me.
You didn't tell him I was at my mom's birthday party, did you? You didn't tell him that, right?
I'm sorry. I'm not very considerate. I told him exactly what you said. That your mom's birthday party's more important than your daughter's funeral.
You've got to be kidding me. You actually told him that. You actually told the president of my company that I skipped my daughter's funeral to celebrate my mom's birthday?
The boss said the same thing. He said he couldn't believe it. He was shocked and disgusted by your behavior.
Did he say anything else?
He seemed speechless, and so did I. I can't even find the right words to say to you.
Why did the president come, though? I didn't tell anyone at work about Jenny.
I heard that the father of one of Jenny's classmates knows the president since they went to the same college. That's how he found out about the funeral.
The president should have at least contacted me directly. He should have given me a heads up.
He was very considerate. It was a very busy day at the funeral, but he was very caring and told me that I must be feeling very depressed losing my daughter, though it was not necessary. I was touched by his gesture. He was more compassionate than you ever were.
Oh my God, it sucks. I don't know how to face him at work tomorrow.
Why don't you just stand tall and be proud of yourself? That you're the man who celebrated his mother's birthday instead of his daughter's funeral. That you're the man who doesn't care about anyone but himself, huh?
I'm in trouble because I don't want people to think that I lack common sense. I don't want people to think that I'm a bad father.
Oh, you're aware of that, aren't you? You know how shameful and outrageous this is, and yet you didn't come. All you care about is protecting yourself in the eyes of others. You really are a worthless human being.
I just didn't want to sit around and watch my daughter burn into ashes. I rather wanted to make my mom happy. Is that so bad? I was just making good use of my time.
I would never do that. I bet no one ever does that to their own child.
Tell me then, were you able to talk to Jenny for the last time at the funeral?
Well, I did talk to her. I told her how much I appreciated and loved her. I can still hear her voice and her presence.
Huh? Bullshit. It's only in your imagination. She's gone, and she's not here anymore.
Maybe so, but I was able to say goodbye to her. I don't believe in that kind of thing. What's wrong with taking care of those who are left behind? If that's what you believe, then you should follow that. Your values are too different than mine.
Fine, if you insist, go on your own way. But I won't let you keep the compensation for the accident to yourself.
Huh? What compensation? What are you talking about?
Mom said there should be at least $100,000 coming in from the truck driver's insurance company. She said we should get the money soon.
It never crossed my mind. You and your mother didn't even show up to the funeral. And you guys were calculating the amount of compensation? How greedy can you be?
Give me all of it. It's mine.
I can't believe you're asking for money after what you did. You don't deserve a penny.
All you want is the memories with Jenny, right? Then you don't need the money. You don't need anything else.
I don't want it to be yours. You think you can easily profit from Jenny's death?
After all, you want the money too, huh? You're not so noble after all. You're just as greedy as me.
I'm not like you.
You can just scatter her ashes in the ocean or in the mountains. You don't have to bury her in a cemetery. Don't spend $10,000 on a mere stone. It's a waste of money.
Don't desecrate Jenny any more than this.
Who cares? As long as I get the money, I can live a free and easy life with Mom. I should quit the company too. The boss will probably try to preach to me anyway.
Are you sure you want to do that?
I don't want to work for a company like that. It's crazy to make someone's wife move without the husband's permission. I can't believe he actually runs the company.
I just told the president. He's here with me now.
What? What do you mean? He's there with you? Are you at his apartment? Are you staying with him?
I'm very grateful that he sees it as if it's his own problem.
Oh well, whatever. Hey, boss, you reading this? I'm quitting. Bye. I don't need your company.
There's one last form that you need to fill out, so he wants you to come to the office and sign it.
What? No way. It's too much trouble.
It's something to do with retirement benefits.
I'm coming then.
I will leave everything to my attorney.
Alright, fine. Whatever. I don't care.
Thank you very much for your help. I really appreciate your kindness and generosity.
How's the compensation being transferred? Did you get the money from the truck driver's insurance company?
Yes, thanks to the lawyer you referred me to, the compensation doubled to $5 million. With this money, we can pay you back the fee you lent me to build a grave for Jenny.
I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad you were able to get justice for your daughter.
It was you who made Mark sign to renounce his inheritance, right? It was you who tricked him into giving up his rights to the money.
What? What are you talking about?
Didn't you call him up and make him sign it, pretending to be his severance pay? Thanks to you, I didn't have to give that man a single penny. He's not the kind of man who would willingly give up his inheritance.
I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't do anything like that.
I know it would not be legit if you forced him to sign it. I don't want you to get in trouble for this. I can just turn a blind eye to this.
You don't have to worry about it.
But
I have an 18-year-old daughter myself. Even if she never encountered misfortune and something horrible happened to her, I can't imagine myself not attending her funeral. I just couldn't forgive Mark as a father myself. That's why I did what I did.
I agree with you on that. Mark is unforgivable. He doesn't deserve to be a father.
I'm sure he's waiting for the compensation now. He might even have borrowed some money and spent it all expecting to get compensation.
His relatives told me. It seems that Mark and his father are all decked out in big brand clothes and luxury cars. They seem to be living a lavish lifestyle.
I knew it. They were greedy and foolish.
Since they don't have jobs, they probably can't get a loan from a legitimate lender. It must be someplace very shady. Mark's mother is also a very superficial person who likes to show off. She borrowed a lot of money to give her son an allowance. I'm sure her debt has piled up quite a bit. I was aware of it, but Mark most likely doesn't know anything about it.
So 2 idiots are in debt. That sounds more like it for their ending.
But if they find out he was tricked into writing the disinheritance papers, don't you think they will sue you? Don't you think they will try to get the money back?
I want this money to be well spent for my daughter. I want to give it up to her. We have an audio recording of Mark saying this. We have proof that he agreed to renounce his inheritance.
When did he say that?
Yes, without doubt. He said it clearly and loudly.
How did you come into that conversation?
There was a small pool of money of $2,000 in our employee travel fund. We refrained from traveling for the past few years, so the money had been saved up.
I see. I see that you had some extra money.
We don't normally have a retirement plan, but I suggested to him that we will give him $1,000 for his severance pay if he will let us donate $2,000 from the travel fund for your daughter's grave. I know I said some outrageous things myself.
Did he fall for it?
Easily, ha ha ha. He didn't suspect anything.
Is that when he said those words?
I'm sure he thought $2,000 was nothing compared to the compensation he believed he would get. He thought he was getting a good deal.
But this is not a good thing, is it? This is not a legal thing, is it?
To destroy evil, you have to use dirty tricks at times. It's something you don't need to know.
I understand. I will pretend I didn't hear anything then. There is no trading my daughter's life for money. But the money wasn't handed to Mark. That's all that matters to me now.
Stay strong. Feel free to stay at the apartment as long as you wish. It's yours now. I gave it to you as a gift.
Thank you. But it's time for me to keep my chin up and face ahead. I'm going to try to walk out on my own 2 feet. Otherwise, Jenny won't be happy for me. She would want me to live a good life.
I see. I'm always here for you. If you have any problems, please feel free to contact me anytime. I'm always willing to help you.
Thank you very much. I can't thank you enough, Mr. Jonathan.
Your daughter loved you so much. Please stay the same. That is all I wish for you.
Yes, I will do my best. When I meet my daughter again someday, I hope to tell her with confidence that I lived a wonderful life. Thank you very much. Soon enough, Mark's greed caught up with him. He had to pay me back every penny he owed me. He begged me to forgive him and take him back. But I was done being his fool. I kicked him out of my life for good. After that, I heard that he was homeless and living in a filthy shack. As for me, after escaping the hell of being Mark's wife, I found peace and joy, and I know that wherever she is, my precious daughter, Jenny, is smiling down on me every day.